Right, hi folks. Sadly, I crashed out. I'm not entirely sure why that happened. Oh, hang on, put my mic back. Not entirely sure why that happened. Unfortunately, we've gone back really far. 57% of the vote. We've gone back quite a ways. So I'm going to have to try and figure out what I did and how I can fix it. I took the opportunity to take a very quick break, and I'll probably be taking a break around 2:30 now. To get something to eat, but I will still continue to comment on Facebook and Twitter. So do follow me there. Twitter.com/Martin the Actor. I think that's the username anyway. Well, no, it is the username, Martin the Actor. But yeah, I think the links are here anyway. So let's see what we haven't done. So our welfare, okay, all of that was still in. Tax. Now, what had we put in? Carbon tax, car tax. Now, did we put a carbon tax in? I don't know if we did. So none of that is on. Public services. Oh, hang on. Is the plastic bag tax in? No, the plastic bag tax is still there. So we didn't go that far. So that's not too bad. And our Arts Council subsidies are still in. So that's good. Law and order. Armed police. Definitely not. Detention without trial. Definitely not. ID cards. Something the Labour Party talks. Oh, Bury have voted out. Huh. Some interesting and surprising trends. Yeah, the EU referendum results are bizarre. This is kind of like watching Scotland all over again. Yeah, there are interesting trends here where I'm constantly being surprised. I thought, as I was watching the Scottish referendum, that we were heading for Scotland leaving the UK. I seriously did. And looking at it now, we've just passed over 2 million votes. And we're at a 57% for in and 47% for in, 53% for out. Dead heat. Okay, we're only a tenth of the way. We're not even a tenth of the way there yet. But Bury, I always thought was quite a diverse area. I wonder the demographics of Bury. See, it's part of Greater Manchester, and I've always thought that Manchester, Birmingham, London, Liverpool, these are all places where diversity is quite high. Looking at the census here, the 2001 census indicated 4% of population were Asian ethnicity, and 93.9% were white. That seems to surprise me. I mean, look at it. This is the 2011 census now. Okay, so 89% were born in England, 2% in Pakistan, 1.2% in Scotland, 1% in Ireland, 0.6% in Wales, 0.5% in Northern Ireland, 0.4% in India, 0.3% in Iran, 0.2% in Hong Kong, 0.2% in South Africa. It's not as big as diverse as I thought it was, but I would have. I'm disappointed slightly that a diverse area, or a relatively diverse area, these areas keep voting out, or so far, voting out. I was sure that they'd be more like London. Anyway, back to the game. I've got to keep on doing this. See, private prisons. See, we've got those in the UK. I'm not entirely sure that they're right. Import tariffs. We don't have those with the EU. If we import from the EU, we don't have import tariffs. However, if you order from America, or from China, or from anywhere outside of the EU, here in the UK, we pay import tariffs, and they are crucifying. They can double, sometimes even triple the value I kid you not. I've ordered like £15 items. I think I spent once. I literally, on a gift for a friend, I spent, and if you're listening, Fiona, please stop listening now and move away. You're probably not, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I think I spent £12 on a clock for two friends, Fiona and Richard. And it was a clock for them. It was a timey-wimey Doctor Who clock. Richard is he likes clocks and watches from what I understand, and Fiona likes Doctor Who, and I think Richard likes Doctor Who as well. So it kind of seemed the best sort of thing, this timey-wimey TARDIS-y clock. I'm waving my hands again like an idiot. You can't see me waving my hands. You can only see me waving my mouse. But, 59%. Oh, that's what Sky News are estimating. It's based on tonight. 59% is going to vote out. Or is that? No, that's England. So at the moment, England is 59% to out, 40% to in. Anyway, import tariffs. Yeah, the clock cost about £12. And then Royal Mail put on an £8 fee. And then on top of that, on top of Royal Mail's fee, there was a £12.50 UK customs charge. Almost doubling, close to tripling the value of the item. That to me is baffling. Like, why does that make any sense at all? And it's one of the reasons. If I was, if I want out of the EU, that would be one of the reasons. Is to be able to order from anywhere. And the World Trade Organization actually said this, that if we were to vote out of the EU and leave the EU, we had two options. We could either impose import tariffs, or we could have free market economics where we don't charge anybody. And that is what I honestly believe. I believe in a free market. And unfortunately, the World Trade Organization, by supporting a Remain vote, were only supporting free trade within Europe, not free trade in the rest of the world. And that really, really disappoints me. I honestly, genuinely believe that we need free trade across the world. Let people order from wherever they want to. So we're not going to put that in. That's a mistake. Nobody should have that. Oh, childcare provision. It's a difficult one. We should certainly have maternity leave and paternity leave. But childcare provision is a difficult one. It costs a lot of money, and the benefits are fuzzy at best. Obviously, financial benefits for a lot of people. I'm not a parent, so I can't speak to this. People in the UK, we get child benefits, so I can't speak to this. Maternity leave, I do think we should put in. I'm going to put it in because I think people are going to 3/4 pay. So basically, the idea is you take 9 months off, or you take a year off, you get 9 months worth of pay. But it takes productivity down, which in turn takes GDP down, and this is where the problem exists. No, I'm going to vote for it. I'm going to put it in. Space program. Now, again, this is an interesting one. See, they've put potential costs as nothing, but here's the thing. A space program actually helps industry. So in the UK, we have finally joined the ESA, the European Space Organisation, who are building the Orion spacecraft. We are finally funding the International Space Station, something which we haven't done up until this point. Denbighshire has voted out. Again, not really a surprise there, because it does, again, that whole, the money going into Wales, the subsidies that Wales get, doesn't really support, doesn't really seem to get up into the north. So not too much of a surprise there. Provisional result is that Belfast, okay, that people are voting in. They haven't been announced, but okay, it'll be interesting to see as they come in. At the moment, there's 100,000 for out. There's about 130,000 out as got. Yeah, so space program, actually. There's an interesting thing called NASA Spin-Off, and I would urge anybody who's even slightly interested to look at NASA Spin-Off, because what NASA Spin-Off does, and I absolutely love this, is it tells you all about the things that NASA has done. The technologies that NASA have created that have ended up all around the world, that have ended up in the places you wouldn't imagine, and they do directly affect us. St Helens, up close to me, has voted out. St Helens has voted out. Oh dear. I can't believe that. I am shocked, truly. I thought Liverpool area, Merseyside was going to come out strongly, Remain. I'm shell-shocked here. That's oh well. If it keeps going the way it seems to be going, it looks like by tomorrow the people will have spoken. We will be heading out of the European Union. I have a lot of I have friends up in St Helens. I'd be interested. I don't think any of them are on at the moment. Here we are. Hello, Sean. What do you make of the St Helens outvote? Be interesting to see, because Sean is a through and through socialist. He is a very, very nice man, and he's a very great writer. You can actually catch him. You check on YouTube, Prof What Now. It's really worth going and looking at. I'll try and put it up as a link or what have you when I go on my next break. Yeah, so St Helens have voted out. And on their forecast model, on Sky News' forecast model, they're saying 56% is the expected outvote. I thought it would be closer than it was. I really did. I did not expect this tonight. Wow. Brave New Frontier. People... forecasting that Leave will win, yeah, that's... I love being wrong. But today I'm not entirely sure whether I love being wrong. Anyway, we're going to carry on. Oh, look, those capitalists are still trying to kill me. See, genetic modifications. Increase shelf life, reduce costs, reduce pesticides, less harmful chemicals. See, that's a nice sell pitch. To me, that makes sense. But the long-term side effects is a good point. I mean, if you modify something that's got the wrong type of pollen, what happens when all the bees start dying? You know? Of course, here's the... I've just realised that I'm currently on 949 tweets. I'm going to hit 1,000 by the end of tonight. Anyway. Where are we watching now, Sky News? Tell me. Come on, flag something up. Anyway, Oxford. It'd be interesting to see how Oxford vote. Everybody seems to be suggesting Oxford are going to vote in. A lot of educated people there. Oh, Sean's got back to me. Sean has given up on surprise. My 24-hour vlog has become a broader unscripted meditations. Sorry, I'm typing to Sean. I know it's really rude to anybody who's watching this, and when I put it on YouTube, it's going to get really, really surprising. I keep having to break. I'm going silent on air. I hope you all realise this. I'm sorry. This is why I'm going silent on air. I didn't expect an outvote. I really didn't. I should stop replying to people. I do apologise. Right, here we go. Okay, what have we got? Right, Oxford voted in. Anglesey have voted out. Again, North Wales. That's not surprising me terribly. Oh, our popularity's up a bit, 64%. That makes sense. In Labour, whenever... Oh, that's interesting. So, that friend of mine, Sean, in Labour, whenever St Helens was mentioned, it was a grumble about their leaning. Huh. Well, Sean knows more than me. I'll trust him. It is what it is, I suppose. Oh, here's an interesting one. Stephen Unwin, a theatre director, a very good theatre director. Hitler had 4 referendums, which he won. Yeah. That's, I'd never thought about that. Yeah. It's not fun. Not fun to think about. And somebody else saying that the EU-SSR is a brave new world. Clearly pointing to the idea that the EU will be the next USSR. It's all very difficult. Looking at it, the pound is dropping again. It's still not as low as after 2008, so I don't think it's a huge issue. Cabinet member is still loyal. This is good. Elections drawing near. Currently, Labour Party, our party membership is the largest by a noticeable margin. This is good. 64% in the votes. I'm going to continue this. We're still heading in the right direction. Our GDP is still going up. Our unemployment is still going down. I think I'm doing a good job. Until, of course, I get assassinated. They're getting closer, aren't they? A new situation has developed. South Ayrshire have voted in. GDP, yeah, we need more capitalists. Credit rating upgraded. Right, okay, so is currently working as your welfare minister, displeased with current government policy which is unpopular with core supporters. As a result, danger of minister wanting to spend more time with their family in the near future. So I can either fire her, which will probably be unpopular with patriots and capitalists, which I'm unpopular with now anyway. I could adjust my policies to be more popular with those people. Or I could have a complete reshuffle, which could be dangerous. But I think we're getting close to the end here. Oh, Glasgow is about to call. This will be interesting. See, she's only bringing us in one political capital. Everybody else is bringing us in quite a bit. I'm going to fire her. Oh, and loads of whispers there. 4.7%. Desired jobs, law and order, economy, tax. So, but we want a welfare person. 3.8, youth and capitalists. See, that would be nice. But we'd have the same problem. Welfare, environmentalist and commuter. You know what? I'm going to bring this person in. I think that makes sense. There we go. So Glasgow has overwhelmingly voted in. No real surprise there. Another Scottish one. North Warwickshire voting out. Lambeth voting in. Again, not a huge surprise. It's all sort of... There are some really small surprises. There are some not so small surprises. I'm playing the game democracy. It's a celebration of democracy. Right, here we go. Okay, I've got to flip back to Sky News now. Oh, Glasgow in, we already knew that. 66% voted in, 33% voted out. That's quite a clear voice there. It would be it'll be very interesting to see what happens. At the moment, Scotland is 62% for in. Wales is quite strongly out. England is quite strongly out. Northern Ireland is quite strongly in. It'll be interesting to see if the SNP really bring in their promise or their moanings, their leanings of an idea of another independence referendum should the UK vote out. Should the referendum vote out, I would be quite surprised, but it's a difficult one. It really is a difficult one. You see, our income and expenditure is going quite well, so I'm going to leave things alone. And again, this is something else. I honestly believe economic stability, marvellous. Capitalist plot. They still keep wanting to kill me. Now unemployment is down, GDP is down again. That's a shame. 47% of the vote. It's gone down a bit, but I'm not going to worry. Poverty's gone up again. That's because GDP has gone down, so we need to start addressing the GDP now. They're loyal and their effectiveness is fair. Okay, that's not too bad. Ministerial scandal. Well, let him do what he wants. That's a personal thing. Let him do that. Falkirk has voted in. Again, no surprise there. But it has swung us back to the inside. This is good. Scotland. There we go. Scotland swung us back to Remain. It's not a huge margin. It's only 80,000 votes. It's not a lot in it. We are about a sixth of the way through the night at this point. 60% through all the votes. It could still go either way. Stevenage have just voted out. How's that going to affect our numbers? Doesn't seem to have affected them too much. Sky News just haven't updated quite yet, I don't think. No, can't see that. South London is about to vote, so this should be a big one. As South London come in, this will probably, I expect, swing us back to voting in. I still haven't seen Wirral come up yet. Wirral is a notoriously unreliable council, and will most likely come out very, very late into the date. There we go. Wandsworth has voted in by quite a margin, 118,000 to 39,000. It's not surprising. Tamworth have voted out. So at the moment we're sitting on 52%, 48%. It's, again, not surprising. It's a tennis match at this point. But there are some big swings, and there are still some big areas left to vote. So we're going to get back to the game. And we're going to see how we can make our capitalists happy. So, they don't like corporation tax, but here's the thing. We're 30 billion to the good, so I think we could finally drop. I think we can probably drop corporation tax a bit. I'm going to drop it to... So what was it? It was at 41. Let's drop corporation tax down to 10%. That's not going to be popular with many people, but it should placate the capitalists for now. Unemployment's up. Well, there's not much we can do about that. 53% of the vote. We're still doing okay. Here we go, and our expenditure has gone up. So again, right, brain drain. Curb banking bonuses isn't doing much. We really need to bring income tax down. What I should have done. Oh, income tax is at 41%. That really should. So Conway have voted out again. North Wales, Tamworth have voted out. I'm not entirely surprised by that. Belfast East have voted out. That's the first Irish one I've seen so far that voted out. That's a slight surprise, I'll be honest. So I think what we've got to do is lower income tax. We'll start with 25%, apply those changes, and I think corporation tax, no, Sales tax, no. Plastic bag tax is fine. Where's our corporation tax? Property tax, inheritance tax. That's our luxury goods tax. Corporation tax needs to come up a bit. So I'm going to bring that up to 25%, which is what I should have done to begin with. I'm going to play. How is that going to affect us? Oh, election results. Oh dear. Here we go. There's a lot of people didn't vote. Just like tonight, really. Oh, marvellous. I made it through. So, I get to... begin a new term. What I'm going to do is I'm going to begin a new term. Oh, corporate exodus. Well, we'll fix that. So let's not worry about that. Bailout company. That's going to help us in the long run. That's going to help us. So I'm going to do that. It's not going to make us popular, but it's going to help us. I am going to save. I'm going to save the game. I am going to be back in a little under 10-15 minutes. I'm going to go get something to eat. But for now, I'm going to... yeah, for now, what I'm going to do is take a break. And I will see you all in about 15 minutes. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. No. Things have gone wrong.